Yeah, I'm the one known as Joe Hughes. I don't think that's real important in context of what I really want to talk about. Think of this mindset while I'm talking, at the very least. Just think in your head, I am Clinch. Okay? I am Clinch. Because I wasn't always Clinch. You know what I mean? And my story starts off a little bit different than what we've heard, you see. I had no training in any, I was a wrestler, and I was a daggone good wrestler, okay? But I had nobody on the outside teaching me how to wrestle. I had nobody telling me what to do. Matter of fact, I had a dad who left home and a mom who was there when she could be, you know what I mean? And what happened to me subsequently was I found myself into a lot of trouble in life, okay? And my story entails a lot of failures and a lot of me acting like I was real big and tough and I was somebody, and at the end of the day, I thought I was somebody, you know what I mean? In my head, I was trying to portray this person that I never, ever was, you know? What I was I turned into a criminal, I turned into a drunk, and I turned into a drug addict. I don't know if I look like that man today. I sure hope that I don't. You know, I hope you guys don't see that, and I hope me saying that's the first time you really think that about me, unless I told you that personally. But my life was about the way I walked up to you, what you thought of me looking at me on the outside, because you would have never saw that same thing on the inside of me. If you could have saw what was on the inside, it was a hurt little boy who had no hope for nothing. I had no hope, okay? And I ended up in this place called Frederick, Maryland. After doing a little stint, I was away for a little while for being a bad boy, you know? And I deservingly so. And I meet up with some guys that really helped me out in life, okay? And one of them was a really good friend of mine. And we're sitting there, and we used to kick in carpet, okay? And kicking in carpet, using these, and we're kicking in carpet all day. And we're talking about how big and bad and tough we are, and how good of wrestlers we were, and this and that. And we'd sit there, and we'd be in your house, putting your carpet in. And all of a sudden, did you see that fight last night? Yeah, I saw it, it was great, blah, blah, blah. So we put the padding down, and we'd go at it. We just go at it on this carpet for like hours. So a job that would take us like an hour and a half, 2 hours, we were at your house for 5 or 6 hours. And it was so funny, it was so fun, and we had a great time. And we were just learning how to be people again. We were learning how to be a person, you know what I mean? Because I had no clue what that was at that point. And you know, like I said, I had a really good wrestling base. I never accomplished anything in wrestling that I should have. I was that guy that colleges came to me, they said, you know, you're that Joey Hughes kid, you're that guy that they talk about, you know, the Panther Pinner, they called me. I was the Panther Pinner. Newspaper, you know, I mean, all that stuff. It meant a lot to me for a day or two, you know what I mean, until people didn't talk about it no more, and I was like, they're not talking about me, I gotta do something else now, you know? And I just never could meet my own expectations. Well, yeah, the colleges would come to me, and I tell the colleges, you don't want me. You don't want me, okay? No faith at all. No faith at all. So me and this guy, we're kicking in carpet, we're wrestling, grappling, doing everything. We learned how to do a guillotine. That was the move we learned, okay? We thought we knew some other stuff. I mean, I knew a lot of stuff in my head, but it wasn't working out too well for us. So we decide we're going to go fight. We're like, we're going to go take some fights. This is like 8 or 9 years ago, somewhere in that, 8 years ago, Beth? It was 8 years ago when that was happening, okay? So we end up in West Virginia with this guy, and this guy was like, I don't even know who he was. We go into his gym, and me, this guy, and his brother went up there because we all thought we were tougher than anything. And we go into this gym, and like this guy was like, I don't know, he was drunk, I think, and teaching us stuff, and I didn't understand what was going on. I don't know. We were beating him up, and it just didn't work out too well for us. And we're trying to reach these goals, so we called another buddy of ours that we knew that had wrestled. He got us some fights. We go up and fight, and we all win these fights. It's in a high school gymnasium. And, I mean, we're fighting in a high school gymnasium, okay? And It just didn't seem legal. It didn't seem right. But we had been through this before in life, so we didn't mind it at all. We just wanted to be tough and look tough, and we had some people there, and I mean, they're calling the ambulance saying, guys, you gotta get out of here. People were getting hurt, and they're like shushing us out the door or whatever. So we come home, okay, and after that, you know, I mean, crying a little bit, ribs are hurting, I don't know if this is all cracked up and what it's going to be, and next thing I know, my buddy called me and said, hey, I found a guy in Frederick. And I was like, sounds good. He's like, let's go. I was like, yeah, you go ahead and do that, and then come tell me I'm already tough. I'm tough enough, you know what I mean? This is the mindset I had. I don't know, crazy. So he goes, he comes back and tells me about the place, and I go, and I go in, and my experience is I go in there, and I see this little lanky guy with this long neck, and I go in, and I just beat his butt a couple times, and I walked out, and I thought it was going. Then I walked in the door, and it happened a little bit different than what I thought, you see, because I was the dude that you looked at right away, and it wasn't about me being humble, it was about you knowing you needed to humble me real quick, okay? And that's exactly what happened. I think I rolled for a combined time with Luke, there was somewhere around 1 to 2 minutes, okay, 1 to 2 minutes, and I swear to you, I got tapped out at least 10 times. At least 10 times. I'm talking about bicep crushers from like, he didn't even have me in his guard and hit bicep crushers. I'm on the ground, I'm like, stop. And then I rolled with Josh Truly after that, and that didn't work out too well for me, and I'm like, nope, not for me. I walked out of there and didn't come back for a little while. But I am Clinch, and there's something special about that, just saying that. There's something special about the Clinch Academy that it's undeniable. I think I know why, but. So I come back and I start rolling with these guys, and I start getting to know these guys, and I start having that vision, okay? Because when I walked in the door, it was about being a tough guy, and it was about you knowing I was a tough guy. I want to be tough, I want to go around and beat you guys up, and I didn't get it. I missed the point. I missed it totally about what this whole thing's about. I missed it way before I even came. I missed it over there. That's where it was. You know what I mean? I come in and I start training a little bit with these guys. I start getting to know them. And what I realized real quick was that they liked me no matter if I was tough or not. It didn't matter. And these guys were whipping my butt. And I'm telling you, there wasn't many times in life where I went into something and got my butt whooped. You know, I've been through a lot of situations, and the way I was raised and the way I'd grown up, that was not congruent to what we were doing in there. Okay? You man up, and if you get beat up, I mean, I remember Dad telling me, if you get beat up, you're going to go ahead and call him out again. And you're going to do it again and again and again until you get him. And real quick, I found a dad in the Clinch Academy. I found a dad, and I'm not talking about an individual. It was the Clinch Academy. I found a dad. I found something that was better than me, greater than me, and bigger than me, that was going to help me just be a little bit better of a person, because that's what I desired at this point. And I start training there, and I start training more and more, and I start progressing through these belts, and I see other people progressing, and I start caring more about you than I do about myself. I don't know what's going on here, because this is not me. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. I'm very selfish and self-centered by nature. You know what I mean? I want what I want when I want it, and I want it now. But all of a sudden, this leaves me, because I care more about what you're doing, and how you're doing it, and what you're accomplishing, and I care more about you guys than I do about me at that given time. I'm able to give of self just a little bit more every time I walked into the Clinch. And then all of a sudden we start being real successful with some fighters, man, and these guys are starting to become real good, and they're starting to get known, and people are talking about them in newspapers and blah, blah. And I think at that point I realized what my vision was, and what my purpose was within the Clinch. And me saying that I am Clinch, what started happening was I started thinking about family. I started thinking about just the word family, man, and what that really means to me. You see, I told you I didn't have much of a family growing up, and the family that I married my wife at the same time. It all happened at the same time, and I started learning how to be a family member at that point in my life. I am Clinch, man. I started learning how to be a family member right there. And as these guys start getting successful, I start seeing like what their real goal behind it all was, you know? And what I've learned over time, let me just fast forward after being at the Clinch for, somewhere around the 7-year, 8-year mark, I don't know, that first day to the second time I came in, there was a good amount of time because I got my butt whooped pretty bad. I really started, what did I say? Look, I've been sick and I'm not even going to go there. But look, I started coming and I started being a member, okay? And when you start becoming a member of this thing, I don't care what it is, okay? Because that's what I started learning, okay? It didn't matter what the purpose was at the end of the day. It was the fact that we are a family, we are something. It doesn't matter what your goal is coming into it. I've seen the most talented guys come through the Clinch Academy that one day don't reach their goal and they say, I'm done with it. And I've seen the least talented guy come into the Clinch Academy and then they wouldn't look you in the eye and they look at the floor when they're walking and now they'll look you in the eyes, they shake your hand and they keep coming back. Because the motives were a little bit different, the goal was a little bit different. Their purpose, it's going to come out. It's going to come out at the end of the day what your true purpose is in life. Okay? And I found my true purpose within the Clinch Academy. I recently got my brown belt. And it was all with Clinch Academy. I've trained around at different places. I've went around and rolled with a lot of different guys. I've went to a lot of places and seen all these famous people and all that. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I like right where I'm at. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean? I know those places are not where I'm going to be training anytime soon. Okay? And when I leave the Clinch Academy, what I find myself doing is talking about the Clinch Academy with everybody I come in contact with, because I am Clinch Academy. You know, I found out that not only is the Clinch Academy most valuable because of Luke and his vision, but I'm a part of his vision because I'm Clinch Academy, and all of you are part of the vision too, because you're Clinch Academy. And without us, there is no Clinch Academy. We are Clinch Academy. And you know, and then we start talking about the good Lord and all types of other things that come involved with it, you know. I've walked into gyms and I've literally said the word God and someone looked at me and they told me that, what did that dude say? He said something along the lines of, God wasn't there when I was working my butt off, so he ain't going to help me in this fight. We don't need to pray for it. You remember when that happened to us? Were you there? God said, I don't need to pray. God wasn't there when I was working my butt off. He ain't going to help me in that ring. We can talk about God in Clinch Academy. Now, I'm not pushing any type of religious beliefs on you, okay? But daggone, I found a place that I can talk about God. How many places can you do that nowadays without being ridiculed and slapped in the face and spit on, basically? Do you know what I mean? Come on now. And what this has done is it's given me a life worth living. I mean, it sounds kind of corny, but it's really true because this has helped me be a better man. It's helped me be a better employee. I wear a lot of hats. It's helped me be a better coach, a better father, a better son, okay? It's helped me be a friend. And more importantly, and most importantly, it's helped me be a productive member of a family, having relationships, man. Having relationships with men and women alike. And just loving people. I'm not stopping this. I'm going to keep on going. There's no doubt about it that I will get my black belt one day. And when I do get my black belt, I will run an academy one day of my own. That's my goal, and that's what I'm going to do. The only way that happens is the fact that I'm Clinch, though. And I hope you guys share the same thought process, because I can't do this on my own. I need you guys. And I love each and every one of you, and I really enjoy the fact that I get to share like moments like this with all of you guys. I really do. I can't express enough. In saying all that, as a family, we came together and we got you something. Okay? So, yeah, bring that up, please. We put this together. It took us a little bit of time and effort, but the whole Clinch family came up with this idea, and we presented this for you. Now, we did have to steal some stuff from you. My past did come to good use. And Katie did have to lie to you.
First one, she said.
But this was our vision of you.
It's incredible. It's awesome.